What's up, guys? It's Mike with Rugged Adventures. Welcome back to another video so you have something to do while you're supposed to be working. Today, wanted to show you guys some damage that happened to my razor. I've got this crack in the floor pan here where it seems like a lot of folks have said that they get them from hitting tree stumps or big trees or whatever. That right there, this one here, is from hitting the same spot twice with rocks that get jammed between here and here. And it seems like I had a real big problem with that before I turned the suspension up and got some more clearance in there back to where it was stock. Another place that I unfortunately broke is this back corner here, this driver's side corner. That one was unfortunate because I ended up having it, the razor was on an incline like this in the trailer. I unstrapped the front straps, had the ramps down, and it just went flying off the back of the trailer because it had popped out of park. So that was a lesson learned, and it'll probably have to be, I'll probably need to get that spring brake thingy. I think that's actually what it's called, because I don't want that to happen again. That sucked. So we'll get into trying to do weld plastic. I've been welding metal forever, so I'm good with that. At least I'm good enough that the metal holds together. So I went out today and bought this plastic welding kit from Harbor Freight for 16 bucks after the 20% off. And it comes with the iron and some welding rods and reinforcement mesh and instructions and what have you. And we'll take a look at this and see if we can't get it fixed up. Stick around. Okay guys, I've got the whole area here sort of wiped down and just kind of back together. And one thing that you see is this is a really cool trail fix that you can do if you haven't done it already. So if something cracks, just drill holes here and kind of stitch it back together with zip ties. Another thing that you can do to stop a crack from extending is just drill a hole right at the end of it. Now this is actually, I can't remember if that's factory or if I drilled that like that, but that will stop the crack from extending up, and you can do that anywhere to stop a crack. So we're going to try to start welding this back together, and we'll see how it goes together. So this is kind of just like a soldering iron, so just be careful because it's hotter than hell. And I'm just going to start by trying to melt these couple pieces here together just to get them to stick. I would assume that this isn't like regular welding where once it goes, it's done. We'll probably have to mess around with it for a while. God bless America, I've already burned myself. Just be careful, guys. Carefuler than I am. I'm going to take a little bit of this welding rod here and try to work it into these joints. Cut off all these guys, and I've heard that these zip ties will work as welding rods. Obviously it would help if the plastic is the same as the plastic that you're working on, which I assume that it is, but I'm not for sure, to be honest with you. So far so good.
Essentially, we're taking that welding rod there, that extra plastic, and just working it into those gaps that we're trying to fill. Okay, so we've got most of the cracks sealed up. I'll show you here. It's not necessarily pretty, but it's the floorboard of an ATV, so I really don't care too much. And then I did the same on the back side. I got it all zapped together as best as I could. So now we just need to fill in that crack, and this is where I like to keep, I kept my old original skid plates. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna work this little piece I cut off of here into there and fill that gap. So I'm just gonna do that cutting and getting it just right off camera, and then weld it in, and I'll show you the end result, because it's probably pretty boring watching it from your end. Okay, so we got that dude in there, and it's all melted in. And again, we did the same thing on the bottom, just kind of melted it all together. And I tell you what, this Polaris floorboard, I think the thickness of it is called like Hopes and Dreams, because it wasn't that thick at all. So I melted plastic off of the old skid plate and just kind of moved it around to fill all the voids. Now, to give you an idea of the rock that hit this thing, this is the Tusk 3/8 plastic skid plate, and it is warped up there, and the frame is nicked pretty hard there. And this thing's been hit twice, where rocks come up and get jammed between here and the tire. So I need to get a piece of protection under here. I may make that out of these old skid plates that I have, but of course this cheapo Harbor Freight plastic welder is already broken. So I'm gonna have to see if I can fix that, extract the piece that's down inside of the iron itself, and then I don't know, jam it back together. We'll see. Now guys, when the tool that you bought for $16 from Harbor Freight breaks, what are we gonna do? Just give up, scream and cry about it? Not on this channel, you know that. All we do, break out our tap and die set, drill it out, fix the darn thing. Let's keep moving on. So here's another little bugaboo of doing this, is if you get a section like this, see this fits in real nicely, but then if I push this side in underneath here, it will just fall through. So what I'm gonna do, if I can get this camera set up so that you can see, I'm just gonna put what amounts to a tack weld on here. Or we'll just get something cosmetic. Get it over here a little bit. And we'll just let that cool. And once it's cool enough to hold, we can take something else and get the other two pieces lined up. And you know, that's pretty good. It's cracked and bent, so it's not going to line up perfectly, but I'll get to filling these in and get you another shot. Okay guys, we're all done here. Got the bed all welded up.
put back together. Used a piece of skid plate, old skid plate as well there. It's all done up underneath here, and right here where this, I used the soldering iron to put a weak spot in there, bend that skid plate over so that it would follow the contour there. Still need to get a new light bulb, but that's that. I even used it back here a little bit on this light just to keep it waterproof. And I think once all this stuff gets dirt on it, you won't be able to tell. Plus, you know, maybe people could smooth it out better than I did. I don't know, but you could always just say that they're custom grip ridges. So, as far as dollar amounts, I think that this floor pan here is like $150. I think that the bed alone for this is like $150. So, you know, we probably saved a few $100s just by welding it back together with this $16 thing. Guys, if you found what I have here today helpful for you, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with other people that may have this same problem. With that being said, I think that's all I have for today. I'm sure I'll wreck it again, so I'll keep this handy, and I'll see you guys next time.